I'm Jamie Horn with Cranky Kangaroo, and I am in an airport. Sometimes deadlines don't always match up with actual schedules, and so I'm in the Cancun airport. I've spent a week in Cancun, and it was amazing. There's so many things I want to tell you, but now is not the time. The point of this video is actually to talk about Electric Quilt, the quilt designing software. I've actually used it since, I don't even know, I started with EQ6. I didn't even know there was a software for designing quilts at the time. I was using Microsoft Paint and painstakingly drawing every single pattern piece, and it was, I don't even know how I did it. So that's where I started designing, and then I found Electric Quilt, and immediately, of course, I was thrilled. And so you can upgrade as you want, as the releases and updates are available. So I'm now using EQ8, and I love it dearly. It's what I use to design pretty much all of my quilts, especially the foundation paper piece quilts. You can, I mean, if you've seen my videos, you know what it does, or at least you have an idea, but the software itself, you can use their pre-designed blocks. So there's certain blocks that are just part of Creative Commons, you know, so like the traditional blocks, the ones that are already in the common space that are well known. You can use those and design a quilt with those, and you can get some pretty amazing quilts just with using the pre-loaded blocks. You can design your own. You can use a photo like I do and design your own quilt, whether it's foundation paper pieced or traditionally pieced or appliqued, however you want to do that. You can use it for that. You can use it to kind of use up your stash. So if you have fabric that you don't know what to do with, you can upload photos into EQ8 and play around with placement and design and really see what your own stash is going to look like in a quilt. There's a lot of things you can do with EQ8. So I'm actually teaching 2 EQ8 classes coming up. The first one is at the Great Wisconsin Quilt Show, September 4 to 6. So that's in Madison, Wisconsin, and I'm teaching a beginner EQ8 class. It is required that you have EQ8, not that you've used it, but that you have it loaded and that you bring it on a laptop to class. And then I'm also teaching it at the Original Sewing and Quilt Expo in Fredericksburg, Virginia. That one is September 24th. So that's also a beginner's class. So a lot of times I hear people have it and have never used it, have never touched it. I've had EQ8, I've had Electric Quilt for years, and I've never used it. And so that's a really good way for you to get started. Another really good way is to take one of their online courses. Electric Quilt actually has online courses that you can enroll and take at your leisure. So Jenny Novinsky is the one who does the classes, and I actually did EQ8 Academy in Toledo this year and took some classes from Jenny, and she's an amazing instructor, and she knows her stuff, because I think she's been with EQ for, I think she said 20 years. So she knows her stuff. She grew up with them. So she's a really good instructor, and these are at your own pace. So Electric Quilt sent me the courses to go through myself online, and I was really impressed. I even learn things just because sometimes it's nice to have it spelled out. I am completely self-taught when it comes to EQ, so it was nice to have just a step-by-step instruction. So especially if you've struggled or if you've tried and it just hasn't ever clicked with you how to use it, the online courses are really good if you can't make it to an in-person class. So go take an online course. If you have questions, they have the most amazing customer service. It is a family-owned company, and if you have a technical question and you message them online, it's one of the people in the office. They do not outsource those question and answering things. They actually answer them in office. So if you ask a question, it's someone that I know that's answering your question, and they have been amazing and life-saving sometimes, because I had a very specific issue one time, and I messaged him, and she said, oh, it's just a button that you push, and what do you know it was, and it saved me. So it's a really good company. I think you know, or at least I hope you know, that I stand behind things that I actually believe in, and Electric Quilt is one of the companies. I love the company, I love the product, I love the employees, and it's a good company, and they put out a really good product with really good support. So however you need to get started, an in-person class, the online course, or email me, whatever you need. It's a really good product, and it's really beneficial and valuable. Even if you're not doing this for a business, even if you're just doing this casually, or like I said, you want to use your stash, it has some really good features so that you can use your stash. You can upload photos, you can upload t-shirt photos. So like if you're making a t-shirt quilt and you want to see what a t-shirt is going to look like, how to lay out the t-shirts on your quilt, you can do that in EQ8. You can upload actual photos of your t-shirts and use the actual photos in your layout to see where you want which t-shirts. So I highly recommend the program, and I highly recommend the online courses. And of course, I highly recommend you coming to one of my courses. So Great Wisconsin Quilt Show, 1st of September, or OSQE later in September. I'm gonna put my affiliate code for EQ8 in the comments. So if you don't have it yet and you're interested, please, I would appreciate using my affiliate code. Get a little bit of commission. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. So email me, whatever you gotta do, carrier pigeon, whatever. I am making my way home from Mexico, and when I get home, I'm going to Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Fiber Arts Festival, where I am teaching. I don't have EQ8 classes there, but I have some really cool classes there. So I'm doing like a foundation paper piece retriever, the golden retriever block that I designed in EQ8. I think I'm doing the t-shirt quilt there. Actually, let me just look and see what I'm doing so I'm not telling you wrong. In Pittsburgh, I'm doing, I have Sunset Glow, which is the quilt also designed in EQ8. I am doing a t-shirt quilt class there. I'm doing the bag and purse design, and I'm doing the woven fabric basket. And then EPP without the fuss, so English paper piecing without actually hand sewing. We're doing a machine sewn English paper piecing. That one's a lot of fun too. So hopefully you'll see you at one of my shows. If not, take an online course. Nothing wrong with that. And they're very effective and they're very well done. So yes, like I said, EQ8 Electric Quilt provided the course for me for free so I could do this review, but I wouldn't stand behind something that I don't believe in. So I believe in it. It's good stuff. I might go shopping in the Cancun airport. See you later. Bye.